friends, and welcome to the UK's, the UK's leading poultry cooking supplementary telecast. It's day 14, time is 7:32. Coming up on the show today, two ex-housemates. One's writing a book about Big Brother, the other has knocked up a lovely shelf for it to go on. It's Craig Phillips and Narinder Kaur. Wonderful. Always good to have a member of the cause on the show. Brilliant, lovely to have you with us. And a man who's just been travelling around the road looking for unusual spirits, the thinking man's Derek Akura. Dom Jolly's with us. That is good news. Before we kick off the show, so you always do a little bit of big news. First up is feeling a little listless after failing the red carpet assault course yesterday. Housemates also failed to get the shopping list in on time. Faced with the prospect of eating brown rice for the whole week, Big Brother offered them a second chance to shop. At 1:50, this happened.
You, Jack, now have 30 minutes to redo the shopping list on behalf of the group in the diary room.
Oh, you're having a laugh, aren't you?
Big Brother will allow you to choose one other housemate to help you complete the list.
Think about what Jade wanted really badly. Dairy.
I've just got potatoes, fish fingers.
Do you think we should get some chips?
Having a laugh, ain't ya? Reading and writing, me, on me Todd. Next up is finger licking bad. After the Chicken Gate scandal yesterday, it appears it was more cooking a bird than the housemates thought. At 2:18 today, the housemates discovered the awful truth.
That's the grill. That's what I thought. That's the grill.
Oh, it says it in there, yeah?
That's what we've been grilling stuff on. Look, I'll find it now.
I thought that was the grill.
That is the grill.
Grill. I knew that was the grill. I knew it was the grill. That's the grill. Oven. Where's the oven?
There.
Conventional oven. Just the line. Just the one line, yeah?
2 lines.
2 lines.
One at the top, one at the bottom. So what the other day? It was that chicken grill.
Grilled.
Sorry, Shilpa, no? Any sorry? Apologies, Shilpa? No. And lastly today, stock exchanges. Tensions in the house came to a head again today, and unsurprisingly, it was overcooking. At 4:49 p.m, Shilpa crossed the line, kids, and asked for a stock cube. Take a look at this.
Guys, have you all used up the chicken stock cubes?
Yeah. One left.
Y'all put the whole thing? It's the only thing I had ordered.
That's the only thing what?
That I had ordered.
Yeah, there's things that I only ordered.
Because it,
but
yeah,
yes,
but
they
then
went-
that's for everyone, Shilpa.
You said the only thing you ordered was Upside Cube, which is an out and out
shut
lie.
up.
Out and out lie.
Shut up.
No, wait, shut up. You shut up. Don't lie. Don't lie about things. Why come and say the only thing I ordered was Upside Cube? Why lie? Why lie? Do not tell me to shut up. Shut yourself up. You're a liar and you're a fake.
Just go on the room.
This is really funny.
You're a liar and a fake.
You know what? Your claim to fame is this.
No,
Good
no,
for
no.
you.
Oh, I love that, right? Just soaking that up for a couple of seconds. That, my friends, a little bit of big news. OK, our first guest catapulted himself to stardom by making fools out of the general public. We, of course, are above that kind of thing here. It's Dom Jolly, everyone! How you doing, Dom? Hello, Dom. How are you, mate?
I'd say I can't stay long.
OK.
Having seen that, I just want to get home and watch it. I mean, it's going to be proper punch-up by tonight.
What do you think of the show so far? Because it kind of started relatively slowly. I mean, obviously, we lost Donnie and Ken early on, but it's...
You know I love Big Brother, but every year I think, right, I'm just going to do something better. I'm going to take my dog for a walk. And this year, Donnie came in, got in the jacuzzi and started asking people to sing carols, and that was it. I was hooked. It was fantastic. Best thing I've ever seen.
The poor dog sat there in the corner going... Oh.
Oh, it was fantastic. It was my favourite bit. But, no, I love it.
OK,
I'm hooked again. But as usual, the kind of best people are going a bit early, but this is shaping up very nicely.
Sure. So, which housemates are you enjoying now and why?
Well, right now... Well, it depends what you're enjoying, because obviously I enjoy the ones that are being the most annoying. So I am enjoying the kind of... the rift in the house.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I think I'm getting on to middle age because I'm starting to side with Jermaine and Dirk, and that's not very...
Sure, but it also, I mean, we're all laughing there, but it does kind of sometimes make quite uncomfortable viewing, and you just...
seriously speaking, I mean, the problem when I realised Big Brother was an extraordinary show was I was sitting there last night agreeing with H from Steps and thinking, I no longer care what H stands for, but yeah, you're right. You know?
Okay,
and I did feel sorry for him, and it is that kind of horrible thing when you kind of get bullied, whether you're being bullied or not. And I think the extraordinary thing about Big Brother is when you grow up and leave school, if you're in a bad situation, whatever you do, you can walk away. And what's interesting about Big Brother, it's about the only place where adults get, apart from prison maybe, get, you know, put back in somewhere where they can't escape. And I do feel sorry for that.
Sure. And I guess enjoying's not the right word, but what are you thinking about Jade the second time round?
Well, when she came in, I thought, I mean, the reason I like Celebrity Big Brother is whether you've heard of the people or not, you've kind of got an opinion about them, and it's interesting to see whether it's true or not, learn a bit more about them. Problem with Jade is I kind of already know about her.
Yeah.
But then I thought, well, this is new Jade with a perfume, you know, so maybe she's... So I wanted to see Jade come in with an entourage and call her agent all the time, be very showbiz. And actually, I think her mum coming in helped her, because she was having to be embarrassed by her mum. It made her look like still a decent person. But I have to say, since her mum's left, she's... I don't know, I mean, it's difficult. I mean, clearly, Jack is the mastermind in the relationship. And he's pulling the strings, so I think he's influenced. I think Jade is probably a very nice girl, but Jack is clearly pulling all the strings. That man's brains.
Do you think Jade's playing up a little bit to her stereotype, or do you? I mean, now she doesn't look like she's conscious of what she's saying. I mean,
I think Jade's caught in
can't think to herself,
two bits.
I'm looking good here, can she?
I don't know what she thinks. I think she probably thinks, oh, I'm back on Big Brother. What was I famous for on Big Brother? I think it was being thick, but she's kind of moved on with that. So she thinks, oh, they probably still want me to be thick, but I'm new Jade as well, and it's kind of... I think she's a bit confused. She kind of doesn't know... She's being half-half. OK, well, let's take a look at some of the weirdest things our housemates have said in the last couple of days.
Why have I got nipples? What? I don't milk babies with them.
After conception, a developing embryo follows a female template.
What's an embryo?
Who said, right, I am going to call this a shoe? That is a shoe. And that is a bit of
But that's the person
plastic.
that invented shoes.
But why did he call it a shoe?
Well, it could be called a grape.
Ted asked me who Winston Churchill was, and I said he was the first black president of America.
I'm the most 25th influential person in the world.
On Friday, Big Brother gave the celebrity housemates a dilemma.
What's a dilemma?
All I heard was patronise. I don't know what the word means.
I don't know if I'm being bad or if I'm just being over-exuberant. How comes Eskimos haven't turned into ice cubes, like ice people?
I mean, what is a dimela? I still don't know exactly what a dimela actually is.
You've got to admit, the Eskimos are good questions. Why aren't they isocubes?
Well, there's been a lot of, obviously, in the press about the alleged bullying against Shilpa. What do you think?
Well, there's been talk about whether it's racism, whether it's bullying. I think there's definitely a kind of bullying in the sense that it's kind of, you know, it's a bit of a clique, gangs. I think they're jealous of her. I think, firstly, there's clearly been offered, before they've gone in, one cooking show for one of them. So they're all fighting for that, basically. It's a girl, you need a girl to cook and to replace Nigella Lawson. So I think that's what they're fighting for. On the race element, I don't think they're racist particularly, except Jade did talk about Eskimos.
Yeah.
And they're Inuits.
OK.
Eskimo is a racist term.
Thank you for making quite an uncomfortable conversation, quite light-hearted, Dom. Thank you. We're going to probably talk about the whole argument.
Do you not care about Eskimos?
No, I do. A great deal. We're going to probably talk about that in the second part. For now, Dom, who are you backing to win and why?
It's between Cleo and Dirk. And I really like Cleo, but she blew it when she said that Jackie was the most amazing woman she'd ever met in her life, whatever. So, although I don't think Dirk needs it, I kind of like Dirk, so I'm going with Dirk.
Right, Dom, lovely to see you again.
Thank
you
you
very much. Dom Shirley, everyone. Oh, wonderful. Taking the big shots, wonderful. Here we go, Dirk. Second one for Dirk.
2 carrots in one dish?
Yes. Yes, 2 carrots in one dish. On the way, you're going to be talking to 2 ex-housemates about the tensions in the house. And we'll be taking you to task quite literally. See you back here in 3. It's day 14, the time is 7:45. When he won Big Brother, 3.5 3.8, I'm sorry, I've done you a disservice there. 3.8 million people voted for him, but then he is a builder, so it's likely to be an overestimate. It's Craig Phillips, everyone. And joining him, a woman so foul-mouthed that if she was in the house, the housemates would probably be arguing right now about how long it would take to roast her. You're in the call. Hello, people, how are you doing?
Really well.
So obviously we're here to be a bit serious. First of all, you've both been in the house. Would you like to be in this house instead? I'm guessing no.
No, not really. I mean, I'd go in there. I'd like to go in there now and put Jade in her place, but I don't know. Seeing how it's prevalent, I wouldn't really like to be a part of it.
What are you thinking?
As an Asian woman, I'd like to be in there just to sort them out for 10 minutes, because Shilpa's very dignified, but there's a certain point now where she has to start standing up. But from what we've just seen, great.
Yeah.
She's finally sort of taken a stance.
Craig, you lived with Jade when you did Back to Reality. Well, I mean, obviously we can't compare the two. What was that like?
That's right. I had 3 weeks living with Jade, and just every room you're in, you know, a similar sort of house, you can hear her in one room. She's always argumentative. She's not considerate for anyone else around the house. Very selfish.
Really?
And absolutely, yeah. And you can just see it all over again in there, which makes you think, ooh, wouldn't I like to have been in?
Let's talk about what everyone's talking about. A lot been in the press and in the websites and the forums accusing the younger girls of bullying against Shilpa. So, what is it and what do you make of it?
You know, why are you debating whether it's bullying? It is bullying, and they are picking on her. And I know some people are saying, yeah, but they just don't like her. If you don't just like someone, you go in the other room, or you bite your tongue. But they're just all ganging up against her. But when you're in that house, I suppose you do feel a bit insecure, so the more you pack together...
But that's what I thought when it started, and now I'm not so sure, to be honest with you, because, you know, I don't know, but I understand the pressures living in that house. So you turn a corner, you see the person that's annoying you, turn another corner, they're there again.
Yeah, it's
but
always
at the same
in your
time,
face.
it's relentless at the moment.
It is relentless, but, you know, they're mocking her accent, they're mocking how she eats with her fingers, and it's bordering on...
Well, this is it. Is it racism? Is it cultural ignorance, or is cultural ignorance racism?
It's a complete
I think
lack
it's just
of
such
respect.
a big grey area, isn't
It's a complete lack of respect for culture. And, you know, she's foreigner to this country, and just, you know, to come straight into the Big Brother house and be put against that, it's just not nice, and it's bordering on racism. It's ignorant to say it's not.
Let's take a look at some of the tensions in the house so far.
You know, there's a lot of name-calling and just... petty things, you know, just like not like sitting by somebody on a sofa or, you know, whispering in ears, and, you know, it's clearly school ground behaviour.
The thing that aggravates me with Shilpa, she fingers your food off your plate.
What was it?
She was picking the onions, she went, and she's just done it to Ian as well. She went, oh, this chicken is fine, and like on his plate, started eating his chicken off of his plate. That grates me.
Is that, do they do that in India, eat with the hands? Or is that in China? Can I shut them doors? Is that left through my head?
When she's down, she's very, very down, and will not talk to anybody, will not do nothing, but then, and I don't know whether it's true or whether it isn't, and then when she's having fun, I don't know whether that's true or whether that isn't.
I've been wanting to feel left out, if like we're talking and stuff, just come and join us. No one's got any bad feelings against you at all.
I know that. I feel every day there's an altercation, there's a clash, there's maybe also because I come from a completely different country. So I can't be what you all are, I can't be your friends.
See, it's so hard, isn't it? Because those things, I'm sure, are things that you've probably said about people in the house. The way someone eats, or the way, not necessarily with their hands, but the way someone talks, or what, you know, what annoys them about them. But then, like you said, if it takes a step up, I don't know. I've got my opinions, but I think it's definitely culturally ignorant. But is someone who's culturally ignorant racist?
Yes. Yes, you can't deny that.
But Jay, you know, if you don't know about someone's culture, that means you're culturally ignorant. That doesn't necessarily mean...
Yes, but then you ask questions, and they're also at the same time... it's clear they don't like her. But if they liked her, they would say, oh, why do you do this? And why do you... You know, they would ask questions, but they wouldn't just, behind her back, be nasty about it and mock her culture. It's disgusting.
OK, Craig, you've confronted unacceptable behaviour, albeit at a very smaller scale, in the house. Why has no one confronted the girls about the situation?
Well, I feel quite let down by H. He's going into the diary room, he's crying about it. You know, for God's sake, he's a man. Go out there and stand up for her, support her a little bit.
No one has. That's the thing. We did get a statement from Edinburgh and Channel 4. Matters of bullying or racial abuse in any form are taken extremely seriously by Channel 4 and Endemol. The nature of the show often includes incidents where conflicts arise and housemates are encouraged to resolve issues among themselves. They go on. Housemates are closely monitored at all times to ensure they have the appropriate support inside the house, which includes being able to talk in confidence to producers. Appropriate measures to reprimand individual behaviour would take place where necessary. So...
But this is necessary. Channel 4, you know, they're showing it. It's reflective of society. I don't know why everyone's so shocked about the racism or bullying. It's reflective of what goes on in society. However, instead of condoning it, now reprimand. And I don't just mean, oh, you can't nominate this week, someone needs to be evicted.
Well, I think condone is a very harsh statement and quite an unfair statement. You can't say that anyone's condoning what's happening.
But they're not doing anything.
Well, that remains to be seen.
It's a boundary line, isn't it? It's what's to say, yes, he is being racist or she isn't.
Yeah.
She is clearly bullying. You know, she's jealous in there, whether she feels
But,
inferior.
of course, the important thing to remember here is nothing directly has been said to Shilpa. Shilpa, as yet, hasn't complained herself.
But then
that's crucial.
But she hasn't complained because they've not said it directly, so it's OK to be racist behind her back or bullying, but not to her face. That's OK, then. It's not OK.
Jermaine, however, has been a support to Shilpa and a lot of the other housemates. Let's take a look at the man himself.
Everything is beautiful. Everything is peaches and cream.
You can't reason with people who are beyond reason.
Don't lose you. Don't lose you.
You can't reason with stupidity. If she wants to disrespect herself, let her. Don't be concerned. You can't mix class with no class, and that's the problem. Look at the song Man in the Mirror.
Yeah.
That will tell you everything. They need to look in the mirror first, and they need to really make a change. I'm older than you. This is wisdom speaking.
I mean, like you kind of touched on it a little bit earlier, no one is really sticking up for Shilpa, but Shilpa herself doesn't get pushed around. She's doing it herself now, isn't she?
Well, just about.
So what does she need to do, and what does anyone who wants to win Big Brother, or I guess that's not really the important question now, what need to do?
By all means, she has to support herself and then stand up for herself. But, you know, as what we've said, she's another girl coming in from another country. It's a hostile environment in there. I think the men should stick up for her a little bit more. Certainly, H, he seems to be the one who's close and talking to her about these problems. He's noticing a divide between them.
Dirk should definitely be sticking. He's being pathetic. And Cleo, they're all sitting on the fence. Oh, let's not upset Jade too much. You know, come on, someone stick up for Shilpa. But I think Shilpa is behaving with such dignity and she's been so dignified that will help her win it.
Guys, I'm very much glad that we did this item today. You know, everyone's talking about it, so we need to talk about it, and thanks a million for coming on.
Thank you.
Before we go any further, and we give you a most welcome applause, who are we backing?
Shilpa.
Jermaine for me.
We're going to go for Jermaine and Shilpa. Thank you very much, Craig and Rinda, everyone. Jermaine.
This is wonderful.
And first one for Shilpa.
Duck Benedict sounds like a dish.
Well, indeed. One thing you both enjoyed in the house, if I am right, are the tasks, yeah? Craig's naked mud wrestling, I remember well, like Women in Love. Last week, we launched the opportunity for you to send in your task ideas, which might go into the Big Brother house. They've literally been coming in, and we've got Phil, a Big Brother task producer, to judge your ideas. He's here with us. Hello, Phil, how are you?
Hi, very well,
Nice to see you, Phil. Oh. Before we go any further, Phil, what makes a good task?
What makes a good task? Something that is character revealing. And get something from our housemates that you haven't maybe seen before, or enforces something that you've already seen and want to see more of.
OK, good. I mean, I thought...
And lycra.
I like the task in... Yes, I like the task... The limo task was a great one, I thought.
It was.
I like
good.
the assault course task.
Yeah,
I think everyone likes to see people make fools out of themselves.
Yeah.
OK, what we've got here, we've got the BBLB viewers, they've sent in the tasks.
OK.
We're going to get your take on each of them. First up is the Big Spider Hunt. This is from Jeremy Lothar in Portsmouth. We have an artist's interpretation there of quite a ginormous spider, which might be quite difficult for you to procure. This task will be called the Big Spider Hunt. A tarantula is let loose in the house, and the celebrities have 48 hours to find it. The first housemate to find the tarantula and not die is immune from the next round of nominations. And immune from death as well, which is obviously quite
Just
good.
one tarantula?
Yeah, not that big,
to scale.
obviously, yeah.
They did that in Big Brother Belgium, actually.
Did they?
They
in
did.
Belgium?
In Belgium, yeah.
Quite
I think they did 100 tarantulas, though. So Jenny needs to up the ante a bit.
They obviously have less of a value of life in Big Brother Belgium.
I would worry about the health and safety of death and, well, obviously, yeah. I don't think I'd go for that task.
RSPCA, all I'm sure.
Yeah, I'd rather tread on
it. Be all right about it. OK, so we're not going to go well.
Well, I can see where they're coming from, but maybe...
I like the way you're hedging your bets, just in case these are worse.
I know.
Naomi Brazier from Cheltenham's up next.
Okay.
Thanks, Naomi. Balloon popping GIMP mask task. Fill the garden with lots of balloons and provide each housemate with a mask to pin on the nose. A time limit, housemates must pop all the balloons. Imagine how funny a GIMP mask would be if Jermaine was wearing it. She also thinks there's not enough massive shoes and costumes on TV these days. Thank you very much, Sarah Naomi. What are your thoughts here? We've got H here, obviously, is not wearing a GIMP mask.
Okay.
But I can imagine it.
Right, so they're all wearing GIMP masks.
Yeah, and they have to, like, do the balloons.
OK, I mean, it's visual, if nothing else. I mean, I'm sure lots of our viewers would like to see Ian in a GIMP mask.
OK.
So maybe Jermaine as well.
OK, we're going to put that one on the side.
Yeah,
nice touch.
I think
Alex Mitchell. This task is called the Big Brother Escape. Led by Dirk, each housemates are given a teaspoon, and within 24 hours they have to dig out of the house. What do you reckon?
OK, again, death would be an issue, and you can't actually burrow under the house. The foundations are quite shallow.
OK.
Yeah.
So, and lastly, we've got domino run. This is from Sarah Howell. Housemates do a domino run around the house. Certain amount of dominoes in a set time. What's your idea there?
I quite like Sarah's idea, actually.
You're going to go domino?
Well, low budget, high impact.
Wonderful. Okay.
Not that I'm saying we're low budget, but...
Fair enough. We're going to take that one off. Thank you very much, Phil, everyone. If you have any task ideas you'd like to pitch for the Big Brother producers, send them with your name and a contact number to the email address right there. That is pretty much all we've got time for today. Thanks to all our guests, Dom, Johnny, Craig, Phil, listener, Indica, everyone. We're back tomorrow, same time. Main show's on at 9. Russell's Big Mouth and Leo, 10 o'clock on E4. If you think about being my baby, it don't matter if you're black or white. Mwah.